Today is Sunday, May 26, 2024. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm interviewing one of my father's brothers, Ezekiel Johnson. Ezekiel, what was your given name at birth and how old are you today?
Well, most people call me Zeke, but my real name is Ezekiel.
And how old are you today?
85.
What were your fondest memories growing up in Mississippi? Where were you born, first of all? Where were you born?
I'm born at home, and midwife was, I think, Isabel Collins.
And she's one of the Metcalf Collins Johnson family members.
I think so. I'm not
Yes, she
correct
is.
on this. When you go into this meeting, they'll probably tell you was I right or wrong.
Okay. And what did you like most about growing up in Mississippi?
I was growing up fast enough to get up out of there
Why did you want to leave Mississippi?
because I didn't like some of the things they was doing, picking cotton, men broke.
How old were you when you started picking cotton, and how long did you pick cotton?
Well, I think the starting age was around 2 or 3 back then.
And how long did you continue to pick cotton?
Until I was about 16, going on 17, around 17.
What was your big?
Mississippi when I was 17.
You left when you were
going on
17.
18.
Okay. What was your biggest challenge in Mississippi? What was the hardest thing you had to overcome?
Well, some of them you didn't know about them.
Say more about that. What do you mean?
A lot of people had to say yassa when they didn't have to. When they, I was good obeying people, like my parents and people that I know. I had no problem with that.
What were your best memories of Mississippi?
Well, I guess all of them about the same, waking up every day and going to bed every night.
Did you know?
And I know my daddy had some rules. Be in the house when it gets dark. Don't steal and don't lie.
Okay. And who was your father?
Walter Johnson.
And who was your mother?
Rosa Johnson.
All right.
She was a Smith before she got married to.
Oh, okay.
My father.
Do you have any memories of V.O. Johnson and Maddie Metcalf Johnson?
Yeah, that's my grandparents. That's my dad and mother and father.
Tell me what you can remember about them, because this is for the Metcalf Collins Johnson legacy tree.
Well, Grandpa Bill always trying to give you a little quiz to figure out. And Grandmother, when you ate, if you didn't want that food in the morning, you didn't have to guess what your stuff was going to be.
She would give you the same thing if you didn't finish your plate?
Guaranteed.
Yeah. What are some of the meals that you remember eating with your grandparents, V.O. and Maddie Metcalf Johnson?
Well, she was a good cook, and I don't remember turning down none of them.
What were some of the things that y'all ate back then?
Huh?
What were some of the meals that you ate back then?
Well, she was good at cooking variety of, like chicken and pork were your number 2 thing that you ate. But she could cook just about anything you brought in that house.
Okay.
Cow front feet, back feet. She could cook it all.
Did you ever eat chitlins?
She was a good baker.
Okay. Did you cook did you eat chitlins?
Yeah, you eat chitlin. Hog maw. And if you had some cow, she could cook them too.
Oh, yeah?
She was a good cook, my grandmother Maddie.
Got it. Now, what caused you to leave Mississippi? You said you were 17 when you left?
Yeah, 17 going on 18.
And why did you leave?
Because I want something a little better financial-wise,
And where did you go?
St. Louis, Missouri.
And where did you stay when you first came to St. Louis?
Aunt Joanna Bowler. She was a Bowler, but she was a Smith before then.
And how long did you stay there?
Well, I think in 1957.
And how long did you stay with her? How long were you with Joanna?
I think around about, I can't guarantee you, around about 6 months.
Okay. What was your first job in St. Louis?
Western Printing Company.
Oh, okay. What did you do there?
They made cowboy books and stuff. Back then, you would stock the people that run the machine.
Was it a hard job?
Well, no, not too hard. I mean, from Mississippi, it was a step away from picking cotton.
Okay.
It wasn't as hard as picking cotton.
All right. Do you remember how much you made an hour?
$1 an hour. And after 6 weeks, you get a 10-cent raise.
And how long did you stay there?
I think about 2 months. I went back to the packing house.
And what was your job at the packing house?
I worked in the case in the department, they call it, and shipping. Hog killed, cutting meat. I wasn't good at that at all
Why do you say that?
because I couldn't keep a knife shop. I
Oh,
didn't have one or two, wasn't able to have a rack of them.
okay. So what was the biggest challenge you experienced when you came to St. Louis? What was the hardest thing you had to overcome in St. Louis?
Well, can't count all of them up.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean by that, like every time I went to work, I was getting laid off.
Oh, okay. And how long would you be laid off?
Well, until they call me back, sometimes it'd be 2 months, 3 or 4 months. It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that.
Oh. And what did you do for money while you were laid off?
Well, I was used to that. I was from Mississippi.
So you didn't need too much then, huh?
Yeah, I needed it, but I didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how do you look at life today versus what you experienced growing up in Mississippi?
Well, I wake up every day and I tell anybody it's good to be alive, as far as I know.
And I know that you met your wife. How long were you married before your wife passed, and what was her name?
My wife, when I first got married,
Yes.
Flora Lewis,
And where did you meet her at?
on Palm Street.
And how did you know that you wanted to eventually be her husband?
I don't know. She probably hoped me made up my mind. Most people ain't hardly never ready.
I understand that.
Until they say they're going to get somebody else, and then you make up your mind, I guess.
Right. And tell me about your biggest challenge now that you've gotten older in life. What are some of the biggest challenges you've had to deal with being an elderly person?
Well, I don't want to tell everything, so I just leave it like that.
Do you feel good every day?
Nope.
No? You have some pains?
Where?
No, I'm asking you. Do you have aches and pains?
Yeah, you have aches and pain. Your toes. Sometimes you can't remember all the parts now.
Uh-huh. And before we close out, the Metcalf Collins Johnsons are really trying to pull together family history. Is there anything else you would want to share on behalf of the Metcalf, Collins, and Johnsons to round out your story?
Well, as far as I know, I'm proud to be, Smith, Johnson, Metcalf. Without that, I wouldn't be here. So that's the only information I can, give you on that. And what I liked about it, we type of family gets along compared to some things that you read or see on TV. We came from a family that we love each other, and we're not the type to, go to jail and fight and rob and steal. We're taught to get along.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Uncle Zeke. That was 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You said you wanted about 10 minutes.
That's right. We hit it. We got it.
I didn't lie about counting it, did it?
Yep.